Welcome to another episode of Trendy with Allison, and this is a Kim's Terror solo rant. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay, you guys, I'm in the Life's Lessons blue folder today, and I had a discovery. And discovery was nobody cares. I guess I always knew that, but I think it hit me like a ton of bricks. I didn't know to what extent people don't give a about you. And I'm not talking about your loved ones. I'm not talking about like your parents or your siblings or your tribe, right? Your close friends and just the people in your inner circle. I'm not talking about them. And even some of them family members, they don't care either. But just saying, I'm talking about the general population, right? Where we've internalized someone else's energy only to learn they ain't even thinking about you. That's why it's so easy, right? When you're driving and somebody just flips you off, they don't care. That's why you're a blip. Or somebody lets the door slam right behind them, and here you are with the door in your face. That's because they don't see you. They don't see you. They don't care how you move. You don't exist to people. And so when I'm talking about today, I want to talk about because hairdressers, we're tricky. We are shady, sensitive, and arrogant all at the same time. I don't know what this is, so I'm still trying to figure out what this is because I'm in the community. I've been in the community for 30 years, but I'm not really in the inner circle of hairdressers where all the big names and all the people I've just always kind of beat to my own drum, but I realize that we are very, very sensitive and we do not align with people who come online and step outside of whatever that boundary is. And I feel to me that that boundary is like this invisible line that you don't even know you're crossing sometimes. You know what I mean? Interesting. And I know for my podcast, I've had big names on, I've had small names, all the things. And the big names, I even had some people that I've had on, they were on my vision board. I was like, "Oh my god, what did I think these names were gonna do for me?" Right? Well, what I thought was that they're gonna give me more credibility. People will see them on my show and think, "Oh my god, Kim, yeah, that's the show I wanna be on." Nope, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You know why? Because nobody cares. They care about their own brand as they should. And so this is not anyone else's problem. This is a me problem for even having the audacity to think that I would be meaningful to someone else, right? So I'm not mad at anyone. I am grateful, in fact, for anyone who has taken the time out of their day to come on the podcast. But for context, I just think it's interesting how I get so mad at things in the world. And I'm like, girl, nobody cares. And the sooner I want to pass that on to anyone listening who's still trying to navigate these waters and who still take things personal. If we had all known from day one that nobody really cares, wouldn't life be so much easier? If you already knew that from day one, things would just bounce off of you because just like you're meaningless, and I'm not saying, let me back up because I do love God and I am a child of God. We have to love people. I'm not saying that we don't care about human beings and we want ill will on anyone or that if somebody got hurt we wouldn't care. I'm not saying that. I'm talking emotionally. All of the things, right, that we bring to online, for example, and you think that what you're bringing is meaningful and then you get a comment and you're like, "Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guess it didn't mean that either." It didn't mean that much to that person. Because, Kim, they don't care. And again, nor should they. I know I can ramble, ramble, ramble. But these are just my thoughts and the things that swirl around in my crazy little brain. I'm like, wow, the world we live in today, we're either being watched or watching someone else. And I don't care who you are. If you are on social media, if you're not on social media, you're watching somebody on the news, you're judging that person. Or if you are, maybe you're in a public place, you're watching somebody else. You're never just, quarantined to your own self. You're looking around, you're making opinions and judgments about other people. Worse, online. I think of, like, in person now, the cash of currency. It's like, if it's cash, you feel it more, right? And I think of online like a credit card. With a credit card, you don't really feel it. You just swipe, 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 swipe.
Show me the money.
So you just comment on somebody's thing, blah, 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 nasty or not, and keep it moving. You keep scrolling, you keep laughing or getting mad or whatever it is you're triggered by. And it doesn't really mean anything after a while. People are just disposable, right? So that's wild to me. It simply is. So, you guys, that's all that I want to say about that. But I also want to leave you with some upcoming things that came out of me journaling about nobody caring. Okay. I want to do 3 segments that I can think of right now. I may add more. I don't know. Finding strength when life is hard. That's one, because we're expected to be strong, because if you're not, you're whining. But even when you whine, you guys, when I say nobody cares, you can go on Yelp and whine, 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 and complain. You can go to your therapist and whine, 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 and complain. I'm not saying they don't care, but they get paid to care.
Show me the money.
So do they really care? You'll never know, right? I can keep going with it all day long, but when we are the recipient of just feeling the weight of the world, finding strength when life is hard, it can be difficult. So I want to leave you with something actionable that you can take home and apply to your life right now. If life feels heavy right now, stop asking, how do I get through the rest of my life? Instead, ask, what's the next thing I can do today? Sometimes strength is built on one small decision at a time, and it has to be digestible in order to be tolerable. If you ate a hamburger all in one bite, that would probably make you sick, right? So you have to take little tiny bites, chew one thing at a time. Second topic I'm going to talk about in the upcoming episodes, navigating complete strangers when you put yourself out there. And you know what I'm talking about. Let me give you this actionable task that you can apply to your life right now. Before you let someone's opinion ruin your day, ask yourself, would I go to this person for advice? If the answer is no, maybe you shouldn't give their criticism so much weight either. I got to tell myself that. I literally need to put that on my mirror in the morning. But so true, so true. And lastly, where to put your emotions. Because when I thought of this, I thought, what are we supposed to do? Like, we're overstimulated, we're overconsumed. What are we supposed to do with all of these thoughts? Because I don't think we were humanly designed to hold all of this. Like, what do we do with it? That's why I think people are so mad all the time. Here's your actionable step. Before you react, ask yourself one question. Will this still matter a week from now? That one question, you guys, will save you from saying a lot of things that you will regret. And I think I have somewhat gotten that down where I'm able to censor myself, because sometimes I've already said it. So say no more. I have one of my sons, he always tells me this, Mom, people have a short memory, let it go, forget it. It's not going to serve you anyway. And it's so true. But these are just little snapshots for future episodes. We're going to unpack each one because I think They're lessons every single one of us has to learn. And hell, like I said, I'm still learning it. So, you guys, thank you so much for listening and watching. I appreciate you. And I will see you. We'll see what photo I pick next time. But that one, definitely, the future life's lessons will be those 3 topics. Okay, you guys, have an amazing day. Bye.